Don't open your legs to every guy walking. Hi Angel, it's Khadijah and welcome to my channel. I'm gonna give you some big sister advice that I know you need. So let's get into it. This is for all things freshman year, college edition. Starting as a freshman is so nerve-wracking, and it's like rightfully so. I get it. There's a lot of emotions that go into like starting school, and like obviously you don't know none of these people from a can of paint. Like you've been used to being around like the same crowds, the same people, probably since like elementary school or middle school, and so I get it. Like there's literally gonna be people from everywhere. It's a very exciting time though, so I feel like don't be nervous that like you are just like really unsure about like, you know, what you can expect when you get to school, because I feel like everybody gets very nervous about like starting school. You're like, oh my god, am I gonna make friends? Who's gonna be my friend? Like who am I gonna talk to? Like the professors, like all this stuff. And I made a list for you, okay, for things that you need to lock in for. Tip number 1, and get involved on campus, join a club or become like an orientation leader. When I was in undergrad, I was an orientation leader. It was honestly one of the best things that I did for myself because it helped me to make friends, and like I was able to get like acclimated on campus. So literally as soon as I got to campus, like in my department, I was like asking professors, I was like, hey, like do you know like if you guys are like hiring, or do you guys need a work study student? Every school, like every honestly professor needs a work study student, and even if you just want to volunteer, I feel like that's a good way to like just get acclimated with professors, because you just never know. You always want to just like leave a good impression and just really have like school spirit and like show that you care, like whether that's in your department, like for what you're majoring in, or if that's in another department. I think it definitely helps to volunteer or work in like your department. And I know you're like, what the heck, like work? But like once you get to school, say you live on campus or you don't live on campus, you'll be able to get what's called like work study. Or you can just like volunteer on campus to do like different events, because there's always going to be a lot of events on campus. I feel like the best thing that helped me was through like hanging around in my like department. I was able to like meet older people, and they were telling me like what's going on and things like that. So I feel like that, like getting involved like in your building, wherever you're going to take most of your classes, is going to be really helpful. And honestly, you're probably doing a lot of gen eds right now, so I feel like just kind of getting acclimated with all the students that are taking their gen ed classes and getting those out the way is going to be like really helpful. So just like asking people like, oh, like where are y'all hanging out, or like what are y'all doing after class or whatever, just so you can kind of like navigate and like meet other people, because like classes are already nerve-wracking and everybody's new, everybody's in the same boat as you. So it's like you don't want to get in your head about it. Like just know like everybody's like, oh my gosh, like I've never been here before, I've never done any of this. So I feel like that's like a really good way to just like find out what's going on campus, is just to like see like, you know, what's going on. And also don't worry if you feel like, oh my gosh, like other people know so much more than me, or like if it seems like that, or like they know things more than them. They probably don't. They're probably just honestly just like acting, to be honest. And on top of that, like maybe they've like toured already, which if like someone's like offering you a tour like on campus, like so say they're like, oh, like your RA, if you're living on campus, your RA is going to be your resident advisor. I think that's what it's called, a resident advisor. So yeah, your RA is a person that is going to be like living on your hall too, like in your building, and so they're going to be like monitoring your floor. And this is a really good person to just like get to know, because they're probably going to be like a sophomore or like a junior or senior, and they're going to be able to kind of just like put you on game to like what's going on campus, and like just kind of like look out for you. Or like if something happens and you feel like you don't have a friend, your RA is like a person who's just kind of like gonna be like your big sister on campus. So I feel like having an RA, like a good relationship with your RA, is really good. And then next piece of advice, I said take your classes seriously and don't skip class unless you absolutely have to. Okay, so my freshman year, I took my classes very seriously because I was like, like there's no point in like missing class. Also, like I was like, obviously in high school and stuff, like you have to like go to class. And so you'll realize when you get to campus, like you have much more autonomy over like your time and over your schedule. So I will genuinely say, like, go to class and make sure like you're there. And if you like absolutely have to, like say you get sick or something, or let's just say like you're having a tough mental health day or something like that, you know, because that honestly it can happen. Email your professor and like let them know, like, and all of your professor's emails are going to be on your syllabus for class. But let your professor know, be like, hey, like I am not feeling well today. I'd love to still keep up with the work for what did you guys do today, or like whatever it is, and tell them like you're following along and maybe you've done the readings that you need to do for next class or whatever it is. Just make sure that you're always over communicating with your professors, because they're going to appreciate that so much. Like, or say like you don't get to and you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm putting it off, and you don't reach out to them before. Reach out to them after class, send them an email and be like, hi, like just wanted to let you know, blah, blah, blah. Like let them know what happened, just so you can communicate and they're not like, they're noticed like, oh, this person's missing from class. Now, when it comes to classes, so I didn't know it's my freshman year, and I'm gonna let you know right now, sometimes when they're making a schedule for a freshman, they will put you on classes at 8 a.m. and they're like, oh, like, you know, do this and do that, and here's your schedule, right? Sometimes, not all the time, you're able to move your schedule a little bit more, like coming your second semester freshman year, and then because like school is going to be broken up to one semester, like the first semester is in the fall and then the second semester is in the spring. So then once the spring is over, your year is technically over if you're incoming freshman in the fall. So like starting in August. So make sure that like if you don't want to have an 8 a.m. and you notice that on your schedule, try to see if you can get that switch, because I know you started high school probably at like 7 a.m. every day and it was like 7 to 2, but I'm telling you right now, something about college and getting there at 8 a.m. is so much harder than literally like starting class at like 10:45 or 12 or something like that. I don't know what it is, but those early morning classes are, in my eyes, really tough to make it to. So, you know, just really be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna switch up my schedule time. So try to do that. Try to get your schedule, like your day a little bit like started a little bit later. Also, so you can kind of like have your mornings, because obviously, like, you know, you just want to not like feel rushed or like be late to class or anything like that. So I feel like it's like a good buffer for you. Also, if you can, try not to get classes on Fridays, because who wants to go to class on Friday? Like, you know what I mean? And there's so much going on campus, like every single day. Literally you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I want to go to this, I want to go to that, like I want to see what's going on here. So just try to like make it to where you can really just enjoy, you know, your morning and your day. So typically for me, I feel like my perfect schedule is like, okay, if I started class like 10:30, 10:45 or something, and then maybe my classes end by like noon, or maybe, or no, that'll be like one class or like two classes, or maybe my class ends by like 2 p.m. or something. You know, I think like any classes super late or super early are just probably not the favorites. So just try to get your schedule like earlier or later. Also, tidbit, like if you're going to class, say like you're a commuter and like you have a car, definitely try to secure your like parking passes as soon as possible. You'll have to call like the transportation people on campus. This is not something they're going to tell you, but this is something that you can work out for yourself before you get to school. All of college like office hours are open on like even during the summertime on regular like business hours from like 8 to 5. So you can call the transportation people or like go on your school website and just like look it up to see how you can get like your vehicle registered, and how you can also get like your parking permit and all that stuff. Also, if you're living on campus and you don't have a car, trust me, it's really not a big deal at all. My freshman year, I didn't have a car. I didn't get a car until my second semester of my freshman year. And honestly, there was so many people that were like super like helpful and kind. They're like, oh, like, you want to come with us to like the store, or we can all take an Uber together, or like whatever the case is. So there's a lot of people don't have cars. A lot of people's parents sometimes like don't want them to have their car on campus like the first year. I think that's just like a thing. Like parents, they just, you know, they just want you to really lock in with that experience. Also, I think with having a car, like a lot more people probably are inclined to be like, hey, like, let's take your car here, let's take your car there. And it can kind of like, you just never really know. So I feel like if you don't have a car, it really is not that big of a deal. And if your roommate has a car, then like obviously become friends with your roommate. You definitely should be friends with the person that you're like living with, and just be like, hey, like, can we like go to the grocery store together, or this and that, like, you know what I'm saying? So there's that. So you're gonna want to talk to your academic advisor about everything and talk to your professors as often as possible. That's kind of just reiterating, like, you need to build community in the spaces that you're in. You're gonna want to like really just be very like transparent, because these people are here to literally watch you excel and help you in every single way possible. So just really build a genuine relationship with your professors, like how you did with your teachers in high school. Then your academic advisor, like, they're just going to be there to make sure you're staying on track and getting their credit hours and how you're doing in classes. So if you feel like maybe you have too many credit hours that you're taking and it's too much of a workload, just talk to them and let them know and see if there's any things like you can do about that. But always just stay in touch with your academic advisors, because honestly, like, sometimes like I would think like, oh, like there's no point in talking to them, but no, talking to someone makes a world of the difference, and it really like helps you lighten your load mentally, you know what I mean? Next thing, hang out in student centers and the community areas. So this is one thing that I feel like really can help you build your community on campus, and also so you can find out like what's going on. This is one thing I feel like I wish I would have done more of, was like hanging out in the community center, because there's always so much going on. And then honestly, that's when people like are more inclined to just like approach you and like talk to you, because you're out in the open, like you're hanging out, like you can read a book out there, you can take your laptop out there, you can literally just like hang out in like the spaces that are for the students, because I feel like that is a way that you're gonna like get integrated into what's going on with like the other freshmen, or you know what like activities going on campus. The football games, you're gonna want to go to these like events. The football games are so fun, so fun. Go to the football games, go to the basketball games, and just enjoy. So if you're there, like, don't just be too focused on like just like the academic side. Like, spread your wings, like just have a good time, because at the end of the day, like, you're young, you just need to see what's out there, you know, you're gonna want to see some boys, you're just gonna want to see what's going on. You know, you can really like make friends and just like have the best time ever. So do that. Also, this kind of like goes into it, but a little bit of adventure, but like whatever you're studying, I feel like there's always like a way to kind of just like document and like show your life. And I love like y'all's generation, I'm saying y'all's generation like I'm just so much older, but I'm trying to say, like, document everything. This is a time like you can be whoever you want to be, okay? So don't be like too in your head. Like, if you want to be that TikTok influencer, document everything, post your videos. Like, this is your fresh start. Everybody from high school, yes, they still are following you, but at the end of the day, like, nobody can clock you. You are literally your own person. Whatever you've been wanting to just like show and start, or say you want to like cut all your hair off, you can do that, because like every day at college is like, oh, like, who are you? Like, who is this person? I was about to be like, who's Layla? Like, Layla is one of my little sisters. Like, literally you get to just be whoever you decide to be. It is a fresh start. So don't let whatever happened in high school come into college. You get to decide who you want to be and what personality you want to show off to the world. So just take that as you will and just be your most authentic self, because people can sense when you're not being genuine, and you know, when you're like just whatever. And like, honestly, I feel like it's just the best time to just like really learn about yourself. Okay, so you're gonna want to join group chats and learn what's going on. Find your class hashtag on Instagram or on TikTok. So you probably already discovered some of like your hashtags, but whatever class you are, say your class of 2028 or class 2029, whatever class you are, like, do your school. Like, so I went to TSU undergrad, so like TSU class of 2021. So like hashtag that on Instagram or on TikTok. And even if you have like one of your childhood friends that like maybe goes to the same college that you're going to, put that in on like social media and see like what people are saying, what they're doing, like see if there's any like WhatsApp, because there's so many WhatsApp group chats that always be happening. And you know, you want to get in those group chats because you want to keep your ear to the streets, like what's going on, like what's happening, where's everybody going after this. Like when I was in college, undergrad, freshman year specifically, they used to do like $2 Tuesdays, and like all the freshmen would hang out here, we would hang out there, and it was just so exciting. So it's like, definitely go. And if you're living on campus, I feel like you'll have more leeway rather than like if you're commuting. But I will say, like, if you're on campus and like say there's like a party you want to go to that's like after class, or like a pep rally or something like that, definitely go and just like enjoy, because it's truly like so fun. And I would say try to go to as many, like, not even just like parties, but as many school events as possible. So like, I know a lot of schools host like career fairs. There'll definitely be a career fair in the fall. Make sure you're going to that. I know you're like, oh my god, I'm only a freshman, like why do I need to go to a career fair? But your professors probably will talk to you about this, and you'll also get this in your university email. So be checking that as frequent as possible too, because there is a lot of information that goes into your university email that can really just like help you and just kind of like guide you. And if you see something that sparks your interest, even if you see something that you've been like, like I'm curious about that, right? Still go and like show face, and you never know who you can like bump into that you can like get an internship with. That's another thing I want to say. So make sure with like freshman year, if you can't in the fall, that's okay, because like fall internships kind of already started. But for your spring, when springtime comes, I know I'm jumping a little bit ahead, but I just want y'all to know this. So when springtime comes, you're really going to want to get an internship. So I will say for internships, like it's important to have one freshman year or even going into sophomore year. This is one thing that I didn't do that I wasn't as aware of, and I wish someone had told me. Try to get an internship as soon as possible when you get to school. It can definitely be in what you're studying, even if you're not specifically taking those classes yet. Be like, hi, like I'm looking for an internship. Continue to put that out there. I'm looking to volunteer. I'm looking to maybe shadow you, and whatever it is. So you can get an idea of if this is truly something that you want to do. Because I know sometimes when you go to college, maybe like you're undecided and you're like, honestly, like I don't know if I want to study this all the way, or I'm not sure if this is exactly what I want to do. I have an idea. Or even if you're 100% certain, you still want to get that hands-on experience and really get to see like, okay, I want to follow a day in the life of this type of person, just to really understand what their role is, what the ins and outs are. And an internship is just great. You can always use an internship for college credit. So you'll have space in your schedule, as you'll soon to realize, that is like your electives. So you'll get some electives, and if they're giving you an internship for college credit, they may say, okay, it's 3 credits, which is perfect. Or sometimes they'll say 1 credit, or whatever it is. I think you should take it because it's definitely worth it. I know in today's like day and age, everybody's like, want to get paid for an internship, want to get paid. But honestly, some of the most invaluable experiences I had has been from me like not getting paid, and you're like, what the hell? But I feel like I learned so much, and I was just grateful to like be in the room and to be a part of it. So I don't know if you have a laptop. I feel like a lot of people have laptops, but also a lot of people don't. I didn't have a laptop when I first went to college. So I'll say get a laptop and figure out how you're going to stay organized. There's so many organizational videos online on YouTube. Search it right after you finish watching my whole entire video. Clock it, thank you. But get a laptop and take notes under like your Google Drive. When I tell y'all Google Drive, and was it Google Docs? Oh, my Google Docs, not Google Drive, scratch that. My Google Docs helped me stay so organized, and I actually got this from one of my friends, and we're still friends. We met freshman year. She would take notes in her like pages or in her Google Docs, and it really keeps every single thing. It updates for you. It continues to update and save, instead of trying to like handwrite my notes and do all this stuff. My personal preference is just typing, getting straight to work. I have a Mac and I love my my Mac laptop, like just staying organized for all my notes for class. With math classes, definitely get a calculator, whatever calculator they recommend, and get a composition notebook. I would say get a thick one with like multiple sections. So say you do want to take notes for like a Spanish class you're taking, or for like whatever else you're taking, you can also like use that for your different subjects, because like for the next semester you're gonna have more classes, and it kind of just like saves paper, and then it also just like keeps you like more organized. I'd probably get like also just like a folder with whatever resume you have. And for your resume, obviously like you're just getting into school, so maybe just like having like a couple of things that you did in high school would be cool on there, and like whatever activities you were in high school on your resume. And you can look up a resume template. They're very simple. They have them on Canva. I love to use Canva. And yeah, I think that's gonna be best for you. Let me add on a little bit of, so this is like one of the fun things about living on campus, and even if you're living at home, you can still make this very fun. So trust me, you definitely can. Okay, so I said you'll want to decorate your room, make it super cozy, like getting a rug, full-length mirror, and just like little like knickknacks and things for your space. I feel like your space is everything, and if you love the room that you're in, you're going to be more happy. So I'd say like sometimes, like I know like if you're living on campus, maybe like your room can be a little bit darker, just depending on where you live. So adding something like curtains would be super fun. Getting a cozy rug, so like when your feet touch the floor, it's not too cold, especially in the morning time. Getting like a little lamp or nightlight, something to be just feel very like signature. Just like go as big as you want with the decor, because I feel like you'll never regret that. Like adding like cool posters to your wall, just something that screams you. Also something that feels like home. I say just try to bring a piece of home with you to your new place. Or if you want to just completely start over and you just want to go rogue, literally like you can find the coolest things from like Five Below. You can go to Target, go to Walmart, get as creative as you want, because I feel like you're going to be spending so much time in this room, and if you're sharing a room, just make your side very unique and your own. I feel like there's a lot of videos out there about that as well, so definitely try those. And if y'all want me to make videos about that, I can too. But yeah, just try to craft it to really like scream you. And if you're at home, what I would do if I was commuting, actually I did commute for like a semester, and then I was like, honestly, like this is not my vibe anymore. But I feel like just redecorating your space. Obviously, like you've reached a new era and you're commuting to school, and you want to just be like, you know what, like I want to step into a new vibe. It's okay to like maybe take down some of the stuff you had in high school and like just put up new decor, or like get some new inspiration, change like your bed sheets, change like, you know, your mirror, or change like your lamps, and just like certain little things to just kind of feel like, okay, I'm doing something. Like, you know, I've changed up my room. I feel like decor is everything, and it's really like a peace of mind and like a state of mind. So if you feel like, you know, you've kind of outgrown things like that are already in your room, switch it up so you can bring more of that college energy into your space, because honestly, like it can be fun. But if not, like if you love your room how it is, leave it how it is and get the other stuff I was talking about. So this is a big one. I said try to not work outside of school, just so you can enjoy and focus. So if you don't have to work, don't work. Literally just enjoy, go to all the things and get super involved, because why not? Like you need to just enjoy and live your freaking life. Don't be too worried about like paying this, paying that. Like just enjoy being a student. You're a student. People love students, y'all. Like people love students so much. Okay, so like anywhere you go, be like, I'm a student. Do you have a student discount? Here's my student ID. Take your student ID everywhere. Okay, they will give you like free days at the museum. They'll probably give you discounted pizza. They'll give you discounted laptops. The first laptop I got was like on a student discount. I was like, I'm gonna use this on uni days. That is a hack. I don't know if uni days is still a thing, but when I went on uni days, I saw that they had like a Mac laptop for a discounted rate because I was a student. I said, thank you, God. So yeah, use all of your student privileges. It's funny because I'm in school right now. I'm in grad school and I always forget to be like, but I'm a student, like, hello? So yeah, get on that. Okay. Be open and don't be in a rush to date the first guy who shows you attention. Okay, this is for you, girl. This is for you. Okay, so when you get on campus, y'all, I'm gonna keep it to you. I'm gonna give it to you for real. I'm gonna be so for real. There is going to be boys, okay? And there's going to be men. You're gonna be like, oh, we're not in Kansas anymore. You're gonna be like, what the heck? I have never seen this type of guy and that and this and that. And okay, calm down, breathe. Don't give the first guy who shows you attention, don't give energy into that. Okay, right? I know there's love source, so sometimes that person can be your husband. But on the other end, he could also not. So just use your discernment, be very smart. Don't open your legs to every guy walking. Take your time and just like treat yourself like a respectable young lady that you are, because you're going to be like, oh my gosh, my parents aren't around, I can do whatever I want. And okay, rumors spread very fast in school or in life, like, hello. So have some composure. Don't be out here throwing it. Obviously have fun at parties and stuff, but my idea of having fun is dancing. Okay, well, turn up and maybe going back to my bed, okay? Don't be trying to sneak into dorms, boys' dorms. We had a whole lot of that when I was in undergrad. Oh my God. So just be very smart. And yeah, don't give every guy attention. Like, be the black cat. Lock into your black cat energy, okay? That's what you need to do. Don't be too focused on even dating for real. But obviously, like, this is the time that you're gonna want to. I say put school before everything. Handle your business, handle your schoolwork, all of that before playtime. Like, if I were you, I would say, okay, cool. So Sunday to Thursday, I'm locked in. I would try not to have classes on Friday because in undergrad, I didn't have class on Friday. Maybe there was a career fair Friday morning, go to that career fair. Saturday, like, if I didn't have to work or whatever, then I'm gonna have some fun. And honestly, I would probably have fun on like Wednesdays too, like a little like study session with like some wine, just hanging out with my friends in the room or whatever it is. Or like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, you probably can't drink it, but yeah, just like having fun and just trying to like stay out of trouble. Just stay out of trouble and try to maintain your reputation, because everybody has a reputation. So I would just try to stay very good reputation. And you don't want to be known as like the class hoe, or like, you know, or like the girl that got too drunk, or like whatever. So just try to keep it classy and try not to do too much. Less is always more, okay? Yeah, that comes for like how you act and everything. Like, just less is more. So don't be trying to get too drunk. Don't try to be kissing too many boys or having sex with too many boys and all that stuff. Like, stay focused. And yeah, okay, next. So I said keep a healthy workout routine and clean diet as much as possible. There is going to be all types of food. School, like, something about it, they always want to do, like, your dorm will always want to do like pizza parties, or the different clubs, they always are giving out like donuts and bagels and pizza parties, just to really get like what is the word, the camaraderie, like, and all of the students and like people to come, especially like maybe like a sorority or like what's it called, or just like different clubs that want you to come, there's always gonna be lots of like, you know, junk and stuff to like kind of go. So I'm not saying don't eat that stuff, but what I am gonna say, like when you're at home or in your dorm, let's say like you're grocery shopping or somewhere, like when I was in college I would grocery shop at like Walmart and stuff, just try to like get the healthier options, like for if you are making like your own food in like your dorm. Also like get like an air fryer and stuff like that, just so like you can be able to cook your own meals in your dorm if you want to. But yeah, just try to eat healthier when you do go to the caf. That's what we used to call it, the cafeteria. So if you're ever going to the caf, just try to like eat healthy. Like don't always try to eat like the Chick-fil-A and the Starbucks every single day. Like try to like, you know, mix it up and like treat yourself so that you don't gain the freshman 15. Because I'm gonna just be honest, I gained the freshman 15, and I don't know one person that didn't gain the freshman 15 unless you were a track star on the track team or, you know, whatever. By the way, honey, the athletes, that's a whole different topic. We can talk about that if y'all want to talk about that, but keep your eye out. Stay sharp. Stay sharp. Figure out what you really want to study so you can be prepared to take college seriously. This speaks for itself. Make sure that you are on your stuff and like you know what you want to do, what you want to study. So when I say plan, I mean just like literally what you're going to be doing with your life post college. So let's say you're in school to be a freaking, I don't know, let's say you're in school to be like a nurse or something, right? If you know you want to be a nurse, think about, okay, what hospital would I want to work at as a nurse? What state would I want to live in if I'm going to be a nurse? What type of nurse do I want to be? So like asking all the right questions, doing all the research, and really like looking into everything. And I'm gonna let you know this right now as your big sister. Say yes to every opportunity. I'm telling you right now, every opportunity, say yes to it in college, because college is the time to just experiment and learn so much about yourself. When I say every opportunity, I mean every opportunity that is not going to be in harm of you, okay, and also is going to benefit you in multiple ways. So majorly academics, outreach, volunteering, things like that. Always say yes, because that can open up so many more doors for you, and it's only going to work in your benefit, and it's like a resume builder. And I feel like in college is the best time you can build such a great resume, so make sure you're doing that. Oh, just for example, like when I was in college, I was like an unofficial intern during like the Bernie Sanders campaign, and I had like, and Bernie Sanders is like a politician, and I had like just like helped like interview, like not him, but interview his team for that, and like that was really cool. So just like little random things, like I never was like I'm gonna be in politics, but that was like such a fun experience. So yeah. Okay, this one is just some sisterly insight. If you're still here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and thank you so much for still watching. I love you. Keep my girl, we locked in. Okay, so don't tell everybody your business, okay? And you're gonna want to have like a trusted friend or two of them, and keep them close. I had so gratefully had 3 really close friends in college, and I loved them, cherished them, and I feel like without them, I'm like, where would I be without y'all? We like understood each other, and like they were just there for me in times when I was just like, nobody else gets it. And when you're in college, like it can be such an emotional experience. There's so many new things happening, there's always moving parts. So just really like, you know, have like a great friendship, like a great friend that you can call. Maybe you guys like can just like bounce each other, like outfit ideas off of each other, or like whatever it is, you know what I mean, like makeup tips and things like that. She's probably not going to be from like where you're from, which is really cool. One year in college, I went and I did Thanksgiving with one of my friends, and I was like, oh, this is so fun. I got to go to her hometown. I had never been to that city before, and it was like one of the best trips like ever, just because it was so special, because I like got to go home with my friend for a holiday, and I love that. So yeah, like make friendships and like let it just like happen organically and happen naturally, as you know that they will. And you're gonna have like the best time ever. I already know. Don't drink a lot. Don't mix liquors. Don't drink and drive, and Uber everywhere. I'm not playing with you. Like, don't mix your liquors. If they're like, oh, here's some dark liquor, here's some light liquor, and I'm gonna explain what dark liquor is, okay? You don't know. I'm gonna explain to you. You can turn this volume down because, okay. Dark liquor, anything that's brown and doesn't just look clear. So, for instance, like a Hennessy or like a Jack Daniels or like whatever is dark, that's dark liquor. And then light liquor is gonna be vodka, okay? I know you know what that is. Tequila, okay? Don't drink, don't mix. And if you're drinking vodka, only drink vodka. Don't be just trying to drink anybody's drink. Don't be trying to be like, oh my God, if you put your cup down, baby, that cup is done. Don't pick that cup back up, okay? If somebody's like, here, I got you this drink. You pour your own drink. Don't leave your cup unattended. Don't smoke anybody's whatever. If you smoke, then smoke your own thing. Just be super germophobic and just be very cautious about what you're drinking and what you're eating if you're like out at like a party or at a function or whatever, or if you're going to like a boy's place or something like that. Just be very stern about what you're eating and what you're drinking, especially if you're like in a place that you're not familiar with, you know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say on that. And if you have more questions, DM me on Instagram or comment down below and I'll reply to your comment. Next thing, if you want to party, make sure you prioritize getting your work done. This goes to say for itself, but you're either probably what, turning 18 or you're turning 19, okay? So you're in your grown woman. So you're in your grown woman era. So handle what you have to handle, do all the things that you need to do. If you're on a group project, communicate with your other people. I know you had group projects in high school, so just take care of everything you need to take care of, because you're gonna be like, oh shit, it's Monday, I had to write that paper, and then I went to that party. Okay? None of that. So prioritize doing everything, and I don't care if you have to go to the party with your laptop. Get your work done. Get your work done. If all the girls are like, oh my God, we have to do our makeup together in the room, oh my God, do your homework and then go. I don't care if you have to be typing with one hand and doing your makeup with the left. Baby, get your work done. Okay, that's everything. I hope this helps because I had fun making this, and I really want you to be great this year at school. Okay, you're gonna be great. I love you. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.